Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Just Life and Podcast. We are joined with my co-host. You already know what's going on, Keena.
Hey, what's up, y'all? All right,
Oh,
girl. Vibe check time. What's been going on with you this week?
okay, so obviously, it was the holiday weekend, but due to myself returning from travels, like we came back Tuesday night, but then I worked like a super intelligent person on Wednesday. And then obviously we were closed for Thanksgiving and then resumed work again on Friday. And then also with the Qatar trip, I went to Qatar. Obviously, I already spoke on that in the last episode, but it was like 40 people who went. So I will say my social barometer had reached its peak. And I was kind of like,
Mm,
yeah, we need some downtime just to kind of chill, and everything like that. My mom also left for Nigeria on Thanksgiving Day as well. So just doing all the things. So I just feel like it was like a lot of moving parts. I'm not into Thanksgiving, to be honest. It's not really my zhuzh. I don't really care. My mom
mm.
likes to cook for it because, like, she's just pressed about it or whatever. Like, she was adamant about getting her turkey. Like, make sure you get my turkey from BJ's. Girl, go, please. Okay. We don't even like turkey. That's what's funny about it. But okay, we'll get the turkey. Um, so I just ended up we like I said, it was very low key here at the house. Didn't want to do too much. And I just did like a seafood Alfredo thing that I
Mm,
wanted. And then obviously with some like fish, chicken, like rolls, corn. Not a Thanksgiving meal, I'm not saying that, but we cooked because we had to eat, because to survive in life. Nothing more. But yeah,
right.
so I feel like it was chill. We got invited for Friday, kind of like a Friendsgiving. They were gonna do like a game night type of thing as well, which in my mind, I
Mm,
said that we were gonna go, but I'm not gonna lie, as the day came, I was just like, I can't, I really just don't have it in me to do it.
mm.
Express, I hate doing laundry. And it was just me and the washer and dryer. I felt like it was never ending. So it was just that.
Uh,
I'm just glad
yeah.
that honestly this year, like we've gotten over the trend of people posting their plates. Because nothing for
Uh,
nothing, no one's plates ever actually look appetizing at all. I've never looked at anyone's plate that I can think of that I said, "Oh my God, I'm about to come through." It never gave that. Everything's just always like, running together and da 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 da. Because everybody's eating
mm,
the same thing. We don't care.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
just glad that we didn't do that this year.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
and it's really cold in Maryland right now. It's actually really, really cold.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in my hibernation season. I'm like a bear and I stay inside. I don't really do the cold weather.
Yeah.
So that's about
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
cold
how
here
was
too.
your Thanksgiving though?
Uh, Mine was also cold.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's been
Mhm.
cold here as well. Winter is definitely knocking,
Mhm.
and this week is also supposed to be like raining all week, so it's gonna be cold and wet. So I will be
Mm.
inside. But Thanksgiving was good. We went to a restaurant, my boyfriend and his daughter's boyfriend and daughter's boyfriend's son. So we went to a restaurant. It was a Thanksgiving buffet. They had a DJ playing. It was lively.
Oh,
It was
cool.
packed. I enjoyed the food. The dessert. Um,
Mm.
they took the pies were not cooked all the way through, and I'm a dessert
Oh.
person, so I was disappointed in that. Yeah.
Oh
The
no.
pies were light skinned.
Oh
Um,
no. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but they had a spice cake that I liked. My boyfriend liked this, like, sweet potato bar thing, but if it had crust, it was not cooked all the way.
Got
Um
you.
but I would say that my boyfriend and his daughter, they didn't enjoy it as much. They're pretty tough critics. Their family is from New
Okay.
Orleans, my boyfriend's from New Orleans, and I feel like New Orleans people have a very specific palate, a hard palate to please. And
Mhm.
so they're very like picky and particular. So they didn't enjoy
Okay.
as much, but everybody left full. I will say that everybody left full. People found things that
Okay.
they could get down with, and my boyfriend ate like a ton of shrimp and
Okay, now there you
um
go.
Yeah, and then after that, let's see, Friday, his, dad and stepmom came and stayed the night, so we hosted them and just running
Okay.
errands this weekend, really, just family things, getting things out the way, spending time together, making breakfast
Yeah.
together, just, those type of
Yes.
things.
I love that. I
Mm,
love that. Well, that's definitely
yeah,
good. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the holidays, though.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into our next segment. So you guys know what it is. We're gonna get into our rundown. So I'm gonna start it off with Candy Burris and her husband Todd. Now we reported last week that Candy had filed for divorce. Now, allegedly, Todd had a living girlfriend and it's also
Mm-mm.
reported, allegedly, yeah, I don't know, like, you know what I always say, sometimes these people be into this different type of relationship stuff, I don't know. But it's
Yeah.
also reported that that same woman is pregnant as well,
Uh-uh.
and then yeah, and then it's even further alleged that this same
Oh,
girl is
Jesus.
now Candy's girlfriend. So,
What
I will say
huh?
that's what I said. It's all alleged, let me just say that, but it's all very
What?
messy. Yeah. Like, I know, like, Candy has been with women before, so, I mean, like, if she wanted to do it just to do it, I'm not, like, shocked or anything like that, but it's just the context of everything. How everything is going, like, I'm kinda
Girl.
like, "Oh, wow." Some people have hinted that they feel like they're kinda gearing up because, Candy is supposedly supposed to be returning for Real Housewives of Atlanta the next season, so they feel like this
Mm.
really is gonna make her storyline hot. I don't know, but if you were doing this for a storyline, that's wild because Candy doesn't need that. Like, she doesn't need that. She's successful. She's making her
Well,
coin. So
I feel like though, we know that they have been that couple that, is into their threesomes and things like that. And I feel
Mhm.
like this is like one of those reasons why you just do not invite a third person into your relationship
You
because this
don't.
is a clusterfuck.
Yes, yes, it got
Mm,
real messy real quick, yeah, so, I mean, we'll see how everything played out, they were recently seen together at a game, but I know, like, Candy said she's trying to keep it cool, they trying to keep it copacetic because, obviously they do share children together, so she doesn't want that type of vibe, so, we'll
mm,
see what happens, though, as, time goes on. And then our
mhm.
another toxic couple, Princess Love and Ray J, they got
Ugh,
into
God.
I know, an altercation. And this was on Ray J's live stream. Princess alleged
Mm-mm.
that Ray J pointed a gun at her, but it
Uh-uh.
all started, yeah, it was that was really messy because once again, it was on live stream, so obviously people were watching this, right? Um,
Mhm.
Ray J was basically upset because he alleged that Princess and other family members were going to drive drunk with their children. Someone during the argument attempted to approach Ray, and he was a male. The male told Ray, like, don't touch her. And then Ray J then threatened that man and said that he will shoot the F out of him. Mind you, this is all
Oh,
going on live stream. And the whole
mm-mm.
altercation, Princess is holding their daughter. I'm just kinda like, "Oh my goodness." I mean, obviously, Ray J was arrested. He was, released the same day. He then
Mm.
went on live after the incident saying everyone was in his home. So they all came to his home to do Thanksgiving. They were prepping the food, all the things. Princess and her family wanted to leave, but he said it was 4 AM and the kids were sleeping. And she basically tried to take the kids, but he was telling them not to take the kids because he felt like they were intoxicated. I don't know. And from there,
Mm.
things definitely escalated very quickly to all the things. We all know that their relationship has been toxic. We've seen it play out in different scenarios. They're supposed to be getting a divorce. I mean, not too long ago, Ray J said he want his family back. I really think this is one
Mm.
situation they gotta co-parent from afar, if you understand what I'm saying, like, you have
Yeah.
to have a middle person, drop the kids off. Y'all don't need to have any communication because to me, it was absolutely crazy that you guys are doing this, like, the child is literally trying to sleep on her mom's shoulder, like, she's holding her, and y'all are shouting, talking
Mm.
about, "You tried to shoot me. You're an abuser. You're this. You're drunk." Like, what is this? What is this?
Oh, no.
Their relationship to me is just beyond toxic.
Yeah, very much
I hope
so.
they figure it out though. I really, really do. Yeah. But moving on to some politics. So Trump administration basically claims Haiti no longer meets the requirement for temporary protected status or TPS. 350,000 Haitian migrants are set to lose their legal status come February 3rd of 2026. A lot of Haitian
Oh,
migrants, yeah, have been in the United States since 2010 when Haiti was struck by that horrific earthquake that they had. People who will be affected by this change in the TPS order are encouraged to get their financial affairs in order as well as their guardianship affairs in order. For people who may have had children here, now their children's are
oh,
citizenship. Like you have to go back. They're saying the child, I guess, can stay, obviously, because they're American citizens and things, but the parents in turn have to go. So they're just
oh,
like, whoever's gonna take care of the child, some people who've opened up businesses, things bought homes, they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to let all that go or find out who's gonna take over your stuff. It's very unfortunate. Obviously, it hasn't occurred yet. This is what he's claiming. This is what he would like to do. We'll see what happens. And then on that same accord, Trump also indicated that wants to discontinue issuing visas to people who come from third world countries. He just doesn't feel like they need to be here anymore. He feels like it's unnecessary. He doesn't know what benefit those third world countries serve for the US. So that's
oh,
also something that he's trying to implement as well. We shall see, because obviously immigration has definitely been a hot topic regarding the Trump administration from the inception of when he
right.
started. So we shall see. But
What? That is
yeah, yeah,
wild.
yeah, very unfortunate, honestly speaking. But like you said, it's wow. We shall see what happens.
Um,
Yeah.
he gonna mess with the right group of people one of these times, and
Yes.
they gonna
Yeah.
burn this bitch down.
Yes. I hope I'm not here when that happens, and they just go directly for Trump. Don't come over here. Don't get everybody. Just go directly to the source. Don't get everybody. But yeah. That wraps up the rundowns for this week. Let's get into
That's
it.
plenty.
All right, y'all. So, for our topic today, we're going to be talking about how long is too long to date. Now, I know like this is a question that a lot of people bring up with family members, in your friend group. If you've been in a relationship and everybody's like, when are y'all getting married? When are you guys going to do this? And things like that. So, yeah, how long is too long? What do you think, Keita?
Mm. Don't ask me, cause I am not one that'll be in a relationship for 1,052 years. Child, listen. Do not. I am the absolute wrong person to ask this question.
I feel like a lot of people that I know, friends or even family members, are definitely guilty of remaining in relationships for what we would deem too long because what you hope to come to fruition, it didn't happen. So I
Mhm,
do feel like, you know what I mean? Then it makes it too long because now time, quote unquote, is wasted. I say that with air quotes because people have different opinions about, what is like wasting time and things like that.
mhm.
And I've definitely been in long-term relationships, longest one being 10 years. So I
Yeah.
understand where, people are coming from, where it's kind of like, oh my God, you guys didn't get married after that. I'm happy we didn't though. That's just me on my end. Sometimes you you think something's gonna be, but it's not. Listen, that's another topic for another day, but we are grateful that actually did not end up in marriage. But either way,
Yeah,
though, I will say from a woman's standpoint, I feel like it probably stings more for the women who want to bear children. I always say
absolutely.
that. I think
Mhm.
that's mainly the gut punch when it comes to staying in a relationship too long because we do
Yes.
have a time clock, our biological clock or whatever you want to say. And
Mhm.
yes, there are other methods of bearing children. Yes, scientifically, there's other things to give you more opportunities to bear children. People are also having children late. However, you still have a time clock. We're going to keep it 100
Mhm.
because to our knowledge, nobody at 79 is having children. So if you're in a relationship, let's just say for 30 years, let's just say you started dating, you know what I mean? Let's just say 25. And then, oh my gosh, we've been
Mhm.
together for 30 years. Oh, you broke up at 55. Where are we starting? Like,
Mhm.
what do you do? And then that's the end of your childbearing years. You know what I mean? If you all didn't conceive within
Right.
that time. So, yeah, I mean, I don't
I
know.
don't
I don't know.
I don't think guys, like, really realize that, this
Mhm,
time clock situation. I don't think that they
mhm,
grasp the concept of, a woman has really, a little bit of time, if you think
mhm,
about it, really, to have a child. Because after the
mhm,
age of 35, you're considered a geriatric pregnancy, it's considered high risk, and, yeah, women, like you said, are having children later and well into their 40s, but that's not really ideal.
mhm,
In terms of childbearing years, but I don't
mhm,
think the guys really take that into consideration. Maybe they don't understand that concept. Like, "Oh,
mhm,
yeah, you can still just
mhm, mhm,
whenever
mhm,
we're ready, we got plenty of
mhm.
time." No, no, not really.
And then, okay, so when you say like guys don't take it into account, which I do agree, I understand that, right? But then, like, the other part of me I always say is for us as women, we also have to take accountability for our part in remaining in the relationship. Because
Mhm.
unless, like, he held you underground and said that you can't go anywhere, you too have to make a decision, and I understand
Yeah.
the whole thing, "Oh, he gaslighted me. Oh, he breadcrumbed me." But for me, then there's that part where you do have that good sense and like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's always that intuition, that gut in you that's like, I'm not sure about this one," but
Mhm.
women tend to fall in love with potential a lot of times, and
Mhm.
with change,
Mhm.
you hope, okay, maybe he's gonna come around. Oh, let me hope that he's gonna change and this, that, and the other. But a lot of times, it doesn't occur like that. You know what I mean? So, in
Yeah.
my opinion, I do think women have to take accountability in remaining for so long. If it
Mhm.
wasn't like he was holding you against your will, obviously. But yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know. What do you think?
So just like you said, I've also been in a 10-year-long relationship that did not result in marriage. So
Mhm,
with that situation, we had a good relationship. Everybody loved
mhm.
him. He was a good guy. Even to this day, if someone were to ask me, "Oh, well, what happened?" I can't say that he
Mm,
did anything to me. I can't say that I
right.
did anything to him. We kind of just
Mhm,
grew apart. And so I think because there was not like this, oh, we were toxic and we were constantly arguing and we had all these issues, like
mhm,
I
mhm,
can't say that
mhm,
I had any of those things that could have been like things to end the relationship earlier than it did. It was just kind of like we were
mhm,
in a groove and we were just, riding along, and then you hit 2 years and you hit 4 years and you hit 6
mhm.
years. And you know what I'm saying? Like we just
Yeah.
we just went. And I was never like this type of person that had this, like, burning urge to have children either. I think, like,
Right,
it
right,
wasn't
right.
until I was, like, 40 where I was kinda like, should I have?" And even then,
Mhm,
it was like, and I may have mentioned this, on the podcast before, but even then, it's like my
mhm.
main curiosity about having a kid was I just wanna know what they would be like. What would they look like, and what would they be like? If there was, like, some way for me to figure that out without having to have the kid, I would be satisfied, like
I get it, yeah.
So it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh," you know he took all my childbearing years, because this was a relationship from 25 to 35, you know what I'm saying? Which
Mhm.
I really, like, that's like your best years if I'm really being
Yes,
honest.
yes, yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
but I just didn't have anything that was just like, I don't need to leave
So
him,
then
he's
put
also
the
doing that.
Okay, okay. So I was gonna say, so put the childbearing thing aside, something that you said that those were kind of like your best years, like for most people that, within your latter
Mhm,
20s, early 30s. Would you say
mhm.
that he took your good years?
No, if I wanna say he took my good
Mhm,
years, because 1, like you said, I wasn't held there by
mhm,
gunpoint, right?
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
I was engaging in giving those 10 years.
Right,
And I don't know, to say somebody took your good years also kind of, it just sounds so negative.
right,
Like,
right.
motherfucker took my 10 years. I could have been da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm,
I don't have
mhm.
that feeling about it. Like the only thing I said was just like, at 40, like, oh, should I have had kids? And if
Right.
I would have or should have, it probably would have been with him at some point during those 10 years.
Mhm.
But I don't know that I would say he took my good years. I don't know, I don't like the way that feels or sounds. It doesn't
Okay.
seem right for that situation.
Okay, okay. And that's more so because that was actually a good and healthy relationship as opposed to something that was toxic.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
understand. Mhm,
even now, like we have no bad blood. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like he'll check in. He recently wished me happy birthday. I wish
mhm,
his daughter happy birthday. Her birthday is I think like 4 days after mine, something like that. Like there's no bad anything between us. There's no reason for anything to be
mhm,
bad between us. So
mhm.
I don't have that bitterness or that
Right,
sour
right, right.
taste in my mouth about those 10 years per se.
That's fair. And I guess, like, it's more so for people, whether it was a good or bad relationship, I do feel like if you are the person that you aspired or desired marriage with that said person, and then nothing happens after it's said and done, for
Mhm.
some people, there is a level of reflection like, "Damn, what the" maybe you know what I mean? Like, "What am I doing?" Because
Mhm.
now it's like, I'm
Yeah.
35 and I'm having to start over now at this juncture and see you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what dating life is that regardless, like I said, if the person was, good or bad good or bad. So I guess that's
Yeah,
like
I do regret that.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, I don't know, I still wouldn't say he took my best years, but I will
fair.
say that, that point is valid as, like, I spent 10 years with somebody, it didn't work out, and then I was back on the market at 35, like, "What?" There was
Mhm.
nothing out there, dust and tumbleweeds, destitution, like,
Right.
um, yeah, but so, yeah, in that regard, it's like, yeah, 'cause I did
Mhm.
lose a lot of years that I possibly could have found, a spouse or whatever. But then on the other end, I
Mhm.
also always have this thought process of things happen the way they're supposed to happen. I believe that
Correct.
your life is written before you are even born into
Yes.
this world. God has,
Mhm.
written and designed your life. And so things happen for a reason. And who's to say, even if I were to have gotten married somewhere in that 25 to 35-year range with someone else, that I would still be in that marriage, that would have been healthy, or that would have been the relationship that I was supposed to have.
I agree.
So I just think that, my life has played out how it is supposed to have played out. Sometimes we don't understand, we have regrets, we feel we lost out on something, missed opportunities, etc. But, I
Mhm.
I'm happy in the place that I'm at right now, and I would not have been in this place if it had gone differently in past relationships.
I definitely agree. I was listening to podcasts with Angie Martinez. She has a podcast in real life, and she had Sierra on there. And Sierra was talking about that. She was discussing the biological clock and also not allowing someone to waste your time. And she was
Mhm.
very adamant about it. Like you need to basically shit or get off the pot. Like we're not playing these
Mhm.
games because she was like she had a goal. She's dating with intention, so why are we playing around for 5, 7, whatever odd
Mhm.
years and things like that. That part I can respect. I feel like,
Yeah.
if a lot of us maybe had that type of, dating mentality, maybe things would be different, but like you said, your life is already written. Because I do feel like
Yeah.
sometimes some women go too much with the flow in the hopes
Mhm. Mhm.
that the wave
Mhm.
eventually will shift to your angle. And sometimes I feel
Mhm.
like some people go with the flow to their own detriment. And you don't realize it until
Mhm.
it's too late, and then you sit back and you're like, "God," you know what I mean? "I actually
Yeah.
didn't want
Yeah.
that, and I should have said something," but me trying to be peaceful, be his peace, they said, while you unpeaceful
Mhm.
inside, you know what I mean? And things like that. So that's, like, the only thing, but it was interesting
Yeah.
to hear her talk, though, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
there was a girl who dated a young man for 10 years, go back to what you said. Um, she is now suing this young man, and they were just dating, not married or anything like that, for basically taking her childbearing years. Kinda like what we said, like, she feels like, "No, you
Mhm.
took them away, where am I left now? You need to compensate me."
Mhm.
And she's, like, trying to get some type of monetary gain behind this. I personally don't
Foolish.
agree with it. I understand the anger, but, to me, acknowledge how you were complicit in the relationship. You do. And I know
Absolutely.
she yeah, and I know she said that she stayed because what he was, telling her. She did say that. No, he kept on insinuating that marriage was on the horizon, he wanted a future with you,
Mhm.
so on and so forth. But to me, men are people are more of action. So he can say
Yeah.
whatever sounds sweet to appease you in the moment, keep you quiet. I'm like, what else did he do to show you that that's actually what
Mm.
he was striving for? You know what I'm saying? So it was
Mm.
interesting. Obviously, she's gonna lose. I would be shocked if she won, but stranger things have happened. But I think it's crazy though. Ultimately, I do think it's crazy.
It's absolutely bollocks. It's BS. I don't
Yeah,
know what this girl thinks that she's gonna get from this man. Like, I don't know. Does he even have any money to give you? I don't understand. Like,
he's
I don't
wealthy.
understand what.
He is
Okay,
wealthy.
so there you
Yeah.
go.
Mhm.
She's after a
Mhm.
bag. She's trying to figure out what way she can get it because she didn't get, married. She ain't have no legal means otherwise to his
Mhm.
coinage when that relationship ended. There was no prenup or marriage agreement or whatever. So she's just
Mhm.
trying to get to a bag. But I don't know what attorney would have taken this, and I don't know what judge would side with her on this. It's
Right.
BS because, like you said earlier, nobody was holding you there hostage. You
Mhm.
decided that you
Mhm.
wanted to wait the 10 years. Everybody makes their own decisions about how they want to be in the relationship, how long they want to be in the relationship.
Right.
He told you the same sob story or the same BS or the same whatever for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You could have been like, oh, you know what? You've been saying this for 6 years and I ain't seen nothing.
Mhm.
I'm going. But no, you stayed because he was a man who had some coin and you had some benefits to that coin, and now
Mhm.
you're trying to figure out a way to leave the relationship with a little something on the side. Girl, please.
Yeah, it should be
Please.
interesting. It should be interesting to see, but yeah. But so
Very.
going back to the question then, how long do you think is too long to date?
Again, I can't answer this question because I've been in this relationship I'm in now on and off since 2018. I'm the wrong person to answer these questions. I'm probably that go with the flow girl. I don't know.
Oh
Listen,
my
and
god.
see, this is the thing. If
Mhm.
there's nothing that a man has really done to me like that, if we don't
Mhm.
have no major beefs, so my man that I'm with now, right? We did break up for like a year, year and a half, whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
We got back together, and now things are progressing well. Okay, but we've been dealing with each other in some capacity for the most part since 2018, and
Mhm.
we've had a good relationship. He's not
Mhm.
a bad guy. He treats me well.
Mhm.
We're in love. We have a good time together. I enjoy living life with him. I don't have any issues. So that's it's
Mhm.
no relationship is
Mhm.
perfect, right? Like he annoys the shit out of me on some things, and I
Of
annoy the shit
course.
out of him on some things, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but it's like I haven't had anything that's been like aside from the fact that yes, I do want marriage, right?
Mhm.
Aside from the fact that we've been together a long time without the marriage, I don't
Mhm.
have anything to really like be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm the wrong person to ask this question of ideally maybe okay, let me see. After a certain age, it's probably you probably should shorten your time. I'm saying you
Mhm.
probably should because obviously I can't tell you by because I've done it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I'm
Mhm.
thinking after a certain age, you probably should shorten your time because your pool does get a little more, it gets smaller, things get a little more difficult
Mhm.
once you get past a certain age because obviously people are married and in relationships and they've already
Mhm.
found that person and the pool is getting smaller and smaller after a certain time frame. You probably have more time to like, I don't know if you want to call it waste or whatever when you're younger,
Mhm.
when you're not creeping up on that age 35, prime years for pregnancy and all that good stuff, but I can't answer that question, girl. I don't know.
No, that's fair. For me, I would say that it's very subjective, and I think a lot of points that you hit on because I feel like it's what you want for yourself or what you are looking for your individual life. So if you're,
Mhm,
let's just say if you went to college, whatever, let's just say you're at the age 28 as a woman, you're done with college, you're in your career, you're doing your thing. And so maybe for you, the next natural step is to start building with a partner and growing that, enjoying life with that partner and then introduce kids if you want to take that route. If you're in your 30s, like you said, and you still want those types of things, particularly like the children, you're gonna have to shorten, obviously, your dating length of time. You know what I mean? When you're getting like older, I feel like if you're in like your latter 40s and like children aren't on the table, if it's just the marriage that you want, I think it's fine, right? But then some people just want the companionship as well. But
Yeah.
I think people have to be honest with themselves because I feel like you can be with a great person, but if you still aspire for that one single thing and they still can't give it to you, there's going to be a point of contention between you at some point. That's the only thing. And I
Mhm.
think people need to be honest,
Mhm.
like, no, this is actually something I really want. Yes, I enjoy you, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
But if you're unable to give that to me, that actually is a deal breaker. Even if you checked all the
Yeah.
boxes, right? Especially if it's something you can't let go.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same thing like we talked in a
Mhm.
previous episode when we talked about kids. If that's something you can't let go, that actually is a deal breaker, regardless if they fulfilled everything else,
Yeah.
because you're going to have resentment towards that person at some point, however you slice it. Um, so I
Mhm.
just feel like I going back to what I said, I do feel like it's very subjective, is dependent on you and what you want for your individual self and your life. And I think one thing you did hit on for women, yes, as you get older, I do feel like your pool does get smaller. So you can't, I don't want to say you can't be as picky. I'm not going to say that. I don't even feel like you even have the ability to be picky because because what's left is what left. You dealing now, let's just say with a 10%, you know what I mean? Versus when you were in the 20s, it was just kinda like, "Oh, we keeping them in rotation. You
Mhm.
act up, I'm on to the next." Not everyone has that
Yeah.
ability to do that now. So I do think that's something that people need to be mindful of, though. That's just what I
Yeah.
think. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think that's a good point. It is
Mhm.
subjective. It is very much I'm always like, "Well, run it by Leslie."
Right.
'Cause he is real. I love the advice that he gives, and he's so real and he's so direct. Because 'cause I've run things by him in regards to relationships and things like that, and his
Mhm.
advice is always like, I trust his opinion on stuff, like, I like to hear his
Right.
opinion on things, particularly when it comes to a man's intentions, and he would have been
Mhm.
so good on this episode for this conversation. He would have had some gems to drop for the ladies, for real.
I'll have to tell him to comment. I have to tell him to comment when he listens to the episode, give his 2 pieces.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's true though. I definitely met my match with my husband though, because he is direct like myself. So hey.
Yeah, he's very direct. He's direct, but he's on point, like, the advice is A1 top tier.
I'm gonna have to let him know. Well, he'll hear it when he listens to the episode, so it's fine.
Thank you, Leslie. I've heard everything you said. I may not listen to you, but,
Mhm. Mhm.
I hear you. I hear you.
Listen, that's all that matters.
I may not
Oh my
listen, but I
goodness.
hear.
But listeners, you guys, whether you're in a relationship or not, though, I would love to hear where you guys stand with that. Like, what is quote unquote too long? Just to hear your thoughts about that. We'll have to put it like a poll on the
Mhm.
Instagram page just to get some feedback because I think that'd be cool to hear what people think about that, though. But
And
yeah.
don't be on there popping big shit too. Leave him after 2 years. Da, 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 da. And goddamn well, you done had 5 relationships that lasted 5 years or longer.
Hmm.
Be real
Hmm.
in these
Hmm.
comments.
Oh my gosh. No, that's true. No, that's true. Be honest. Oh my goodness. So that
All
was a
right.
good one. I love that topic. I love it, love it. Good conversation.
So let's get into our inbox unlocked. Okay, so we have a question from the inbox.
Mhm.
So they say,
Okay.
I want to set healthier boundaries with my coworkers, but don't want to seem unfriendly. How can I do that? Mm,
Hmm.
okay. You want to set healthier boundaries with your coworkers. I got a little additional questions on this though, which
Yeah,
obviously we're not going to get for this episode, but I'm just wondering, like, what are the unhealthy boundaries that you currently have? Like, are they borrowing money? Are they in
exactly.
your business? Like,
Exactly.
what's going on that makes this unhealthy, first of
Ex
all?
That was my initial thought as well, exactly what you said, like, what is occurring right now that the relationship is deemed unhealthy? I will just say
Mhm.
I'm a person when it comes to work, yes, I'm definitely cool with some people. I definitely have some people that I feel like that I go to at work. We're not sharing deep, dark secrets or anything. I don't think it's ever like that. But you have your tribe at work, so to speak, that you can go to and vent to on various things. But I just think you do have to be careful though, because work is work and not everyone has good intentions. I think we talked about this on a previous episode when we were talking about unhealthy or toxic work environments. There's a lot
Yeah.
of miserable people, and you think you sharing your business and venting or whatever it is, and you think that they're sympathizing with you, but the whole time like they're clapping that you're not in a good
Mhm.
space, and they're jealous or whatever the situation may be just because of certain things that are occurring within their lives. So,
Mhm.
because I feel like, for example, at my current job, when I first started, like, I didn't talk to anyone. Like, we would do
Mm,
the
yeah.
usual good morning, good afternoon, because to me, the culture there is very gossipy. And I was like, I'm not trying to get in the mix of
Mm,
that. So, you do
yeah.
your neutral greetings, and things like that, but I ain't doing too much. I would say it like as of like maybe the last year or so, I started talking more. And it's still only to certain people though. I'm not gonna hold you. It's still not to
Mhm.
everybody. It would never be to everybody because I don't trust everybody. That's just not even my character. Because I see how
Yeah.
certain people move with other people and it's like it's noted. You don't have to, backstab me for me to give you a chance to do it. Because if I'm seeing that you do that to other people, I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? And things like
Mhm.
that. So I'm gonna keep you
Mhm.
at a distance, excuse me. So that's just my thought. Work
Yeah.
is work. Some people do build
I agree
relationships,
with that.
friendships, from work. Like
Mhm.
you've met certain people, you know what I'm saying, at work and they've become like friends to this day, for example, you know what I mean? But that's very far and few. It does not happen often. It does not, in my opinion.
Every close friend that I have, every
Mhm.
good friend that I have met in the workplace or at school. I have one friend that I met in aesthetics school and we are hanging tough since 2017. I met you at work. It's just how I met friends,
Mhm.
back in the day. I met friends at work. And it wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily even that I was a particularly social person or a
Mhm.
pursuer of friendships. It's just kind of like you chat it up. Oh, you realize you're cool. Oh, okay. Da, da, da.
Mhm.
And you just kind of kick it off. But I don't go into the workplace looking for friendships or expecting friendships. This current job that I have, I don't have any friends from this job. And part of that also could be that I work from home. So we're not gathering around the cubicle anymore. I have from my last job, I don't know, a couple of associates from there, but as time has gone on, work has been less and less of a place where I find friends. I want to log on, I want to do my job, I want to log off. I don't
Yeah.
share a lot of things about myself. I may do a little occasional chit chat. Me and my director, we have our one on ones. Oh, how was your weekend? Or, oh, how was your vacation? Da 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 da. But I'm not giving a lot of personal information
Mhm.
about myself, and I'm not seeking a lot of personal information about anybody else. I'm not
Correct.
there to make friends. I will be courteous, I will be friendly, but I don't give you anything else
Yeah.
because that's just not what I'm there for. So that would be my advice to this listener is, I guess at this point, some unhealthy boundaries have been set and
Mhm.
now you have to pull those back, which is gonna be more difficult than if you just went out the gate having set healthy boundaries and just kinda, like, looked at this as work is work.
Right.
I don't know, like we said in the beginning, what these unhealthy boundaries are, but
Mhm.
it's absolutely okay for you to walk it back. It's absolutely okay for you to realize that this is not a place that you wanna be in with your coworkers and then set
Mhm.
those boundaries. You
Mhm.
don't have to be nasty about it, you don't have to be rude about it, you don't have to be unfriendly about it. But as a grown person and an adult, it is your right to set certain boundaries. And if they cannot respect those boundaries, then there you have it. They didn't need to
Yeah.
be in your friend circle anyway.
I agree.
Yeah.
That sums it up for me. I feel like that's very accurate. I definitely agree. Like you said, work is work. If you are fortunate enough to come across some good people, which I feel like I've met some good people at my job that you're able to build something with, great. But it does not happen often. It is in this day and
Mhm.
age. And maybe because 'cause I'm older now, my tolerance
Yeah.
is definitely less. When you're younger, yes, you're a little bit more open, but now, like, I'm just like, "Nah, let me do my thing, I'm out." Like, you know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
but good luck with that, though. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So, you know how we end it, y'all. Mindset reset. I'm gonna start out with this. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Doing your best looks different every day. Everyone's journey is different. Be proud of how hard you're trying and be kind to yourself. You are your home. Thank you, thank you, thank
Hmm.
you.
Well, that wraps episode 13. Another
Yes,
one in the
yes.
books.
I enjoyed this
So,
episode. I hope you guys like it.
yeah. You guys know where to find us by now. Unless you're a new listener, we are on all the platforms at Just Life and Podcast. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's TikTok, that is YouTube. You can listen to us on pretty much everywhere you listen to your podcast. You can watch and listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, probably leaving something out. I don't remember. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, anything social, we're on there. You can leave us your questions for Inbox Unlocked at our email, justlifeandpodcast@gmail.com. You can also DM them to us, or you can leave them on our link tree where you also can be anonymous. You can go to our Instagram. You have a link where there's a link in our bio for the link tree. You can click that and you can leave us your questions for Inbox Unlocked as well. As always, like, comment, subscribe, show us some love. We do engage
Yes,
with you all.
yes.
So that's us.
Take
Have a
care,
good one, guys.
everyone.